Joining us now are members of the Lone Star Conference Tournament Championship Tarleton State Texans. In the center of our podium is head coach Lonn Reisman. At the far end, to Coach Reisman's right, is Davene Carter. Davene is a 6'6" junior from Duncanville, Texas. On the near side of the podium, Davene Upchurch. Davene is our tournament MVP. Correct?
Yes, sir.
He is a 6'2" senior from Flint, Michigan. First, Coach, congratulations on a co-championship of the season, but then coming on and winning the tournament. Your thoughts on a game that down the stretch was every bit the game we thought this was going to be?
Well, first I'd like to give God all the glory for this victory tonight. We've been very blessed with this team and these young men, these student athletes, and I'd just like to give Him the glory for our victory. You're right. I knew it was going to be a very tough game. Midwestern has a very good basketball team. They're very well coached, and I think it's just two teams going head to head, and two teams that know each other pretty well. And as you know, you get into conference play, and there's not much that each other doesn't know about each other. And this is our third game, and they've all been right down to the end. Very, very tough games, and our kids have played so hard this year, and we hit some big shots. And you know, when you get into tournament play, it's a shot here or a shot there. It makes the difference whether you move on or you don't move on. And I thought our kids, you know, held their composure when it got cut to 1 point with a couple of minutes to go. I thought we held our composure, and I think that's because of our leadership and our seniors they've been in this game before. This is our 5th straight championship game in the Lone Star Conference, and so we've had a lot of guys that have experienced this. Devin's experienced 3 of these. Church has experienced 2 of these, and so you know, experience has to help when you're down in tough and close games, and I think that's what maybe pulled us through tonight.
You talked about hitting big shots. Talk a little bit about the shot that Davene hit there in the final minute. Put you guys up 2 possessions. Yeah,
I mean, it was just you know, we were into our offense, and with some penetration, and Andre rotated to the correct position on the floor. Chuck Guy found him like he's done all year long. Made the right decision, the right pass, and Davene never hesitated. He's a pure shooter. And you know, I think, you know, he hit a big one here last year in the last few minutes last year here, and so I mean, I can't be more proud. If anybody's going to put a big shot up, he can get it done.
Davene, 27 points, just an incredible offensive performance. I know you played tough on defense as well, but talk about your team's performance from your perspective.
It was a totally team effort tonight. We played hard. We got rebounds. That was the main thing going in. It wasn't our rebound both games, so we wanted to come in here and battle on the boards, all 5 guys, and I think we did that tonight. And you know, we know it's going to be a tough fought game, and we know it's going to be down to the wire. Just who made the big shot and a big stop at the end, that's what's going to win the game, and that's what happened.
Davene, you had a solid game, 12 points offensively, 12 rebounds. But it seems like every game, somewhere down the stretch when the game's on the line, you get a lob. And it energizes not just your team, but the entire building. And that happened tonight in the closing minutes as well.
With that, it's just the way we set up, the conditioning we do. We're not allowed to get tired. So when everybody else is tired and it's winding down, they'll step out on the slip. It's wide open, and Chuck will always find me with Church.
Talk a little bit about your job on the boards.
These last 2 games, the first one and the second one, I honestly haven't been here. And it was my job tonight. I made sure I had to step up. We could not lose on the rebounds. I could not go with 3 boards or 4 boards and think we were going to win this game. So I just took it upon myself to get every rebound that came off.
Coach Reisman, I know rebounding is a large part of your focus. You actually got beat on the boards. Not bad, but it's rare for you guys to get out rebounded.
Yeah, you know, we got beat on the boards. We were up actually 7 at halftime. Some of the shots came off long, and you know, it's not just our bigs, but our guards have to rebound too, and we stressed that. And you know, it's so pivotal that you stay into that process of rebounding. And I think, you know, I look at another thing here is we got beat by 1 board, but you know, they had 16 turnovers and we had 10, so that's 6 extra possessions for us. So you know, I always look at the turnover and the rebounding because they're both possessions, and so that kind of, you know, when you get beat on the boards, a couple of them, you look over at the turnover, and there's that, what, 16, that gave us 6 more possessions. Those are very key statistics in a basketball game.
Questions for the Texans?
Coach, How big was the performance of Damian Clemens coming in off the bench and the things that he did, giving you 10 points and 4 boards?
Yeah, you know, Damian has a really good basketball IQ. He's very coachable. Goodness knows that I'm on his case pretty tough, and it's like I am him. And you know, he can take it pretty good, and they just understand. Well, I'm on him to motivate him, and I want the best for him. I want him to I want him to reach down and be the best they can be. And there's no doubt in my mind that Damian Clemens has got a great IQ. He came to play tonight. He looked like a young man that's played for me for 3 years. And he'll be a senior next year. He looks like a 3-year player. And I think that's very important when you get into tough games like that you have a great mixture of transfers and guys that you've raised yourself for 4 years, and they have come together as a family. And I think that you saw that in Clemens tonight. I think you see that in Devin. I think you see that in a newcomer on our basketball team in Jakob Damstra.
Yeah.
I was just going to, DeAndre, just talk a little about that shot, that three-pointer.
I was just sitting there ready for. I know Chuck was gonna find me if anybody helped, so I was just hoping he gave it to me. I knew I was gonna knock the shot down.
A question for both the players. Coach talked a little bit about it was a real close game with just a couple minutes left. What's going through y'all's head after in Stephenville? It was seeming like a pretty similar game to what happened in Stephenville a couple months ago.
We just knew today we had to get a stop, and we was gonna get that stop and get that rebound. So that was our whole focus and mindset.
Yeah, with that, if it came off the glass, I had to go get it. I refused to let somebody else get it. It was too close.
Any more questions?
Coach, just talk about real quick about Muhammad Lee and getting him back. He's been out for the tournament. And the spark he brings off the bench.
We're really glad to get Muhammad back. He's been gone for almost 11 days, and he brings us a big guard rebounder. He brings us a guy that can really get the ball to the basket, and he's getting back, and he's trying to get back into the flow of things again. I thought it was crucial that he played tonight and got some minutes before we go to the regional tournament, and I was very pleased with Mo's performance tonight, knowing he's been out for almost 11, 12 days, and so it was big to get him back in the lineup again.
DeAndre, in the second half, it looked like they were putting Monzago Williams on you more. What was it like tingling with that guy? Showing a great play.
It was okay. It was
Good player.
He's a good player.
Coach, going into the tournament, the regional tournament, how do you feel this momentum helps you guys?
Well, there's no doubt that it helps us a lot. Coach Chris will probably be up for the next 4 or 5 nights surgically dissecting everybody, because I don't think there's another person, I've never seen anybody that can dissect a basketball team like Coach Chris can, and taking every piece that I think he knows their offense as well as they do, I'll be honest with you. And he does a tremendous job in getting these guys ready. We have something in our locker room that says the will to win can only be as great as the will to prepare. We go to a game prepared, so we never know. We might lose, but it's not because we were not prepared. And I've never seen somebody put so much time in preparation as he's done over the years, and I think it shows. It shows and our guys buy into it. They understand this game's about preparation, and we'll prepare now as we go into the NCAA tournament. Marlon Cloudy's done a great job for me his first year here. Just a great job. He's one of my former players. T.D. Harold, one of my GAs, done a great job. Nick Cantrell, and our student assistants. It's been a great staff effort. When you get Coach of the Year the other night, I really don't like it. And I mean that sincerely. I don't even want to go, because this is a team sport. And the reason that I'm up here is because I have a great staff. You're only as good as the people that work for you. And without, I would be nothing without this staff that works for me, and I need to say that publicly.
Devin, your thoughts on the regional tournament and what y'all have to do to get ready the next week?
We just got to go in, prepare, watch film, practice, go where we need to go, and we just got to come back and play like we've been playing.
Congratulations on the championship, gentlemen, and best of luck next week.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.